A new immigration bill was introduced into Parliament in October 2013, covering a wide range of existing areas of immigration law.
What are the main changes that the immigration bill will bring about?
The bill's very comprehensive and covers a lot of different areas, but the sort of headline changes include extending the number of people who will have to enrol their biometrics when making applications to people applying for nationality as British citizens. There's also going to be a new requirement for banks to check applicants for new bank accounts against an existing list of current immigration known offenders. In addition, there will be new powers to refuse and revoke driving licences where somebody doesn't have leave to remain. There's also going to be an introduction of an NHS levy for migrants with limited leave to enter or remain, which they will have to pay in order to make an application to enter or stay in the UK. There's also significant changes proposed to the existing appeal system, whereby in most cases applicants will no longer be able to appeal the refusal of an immigration application and instead will have to revert to a new administrative review process. There's also an introduction of requirements for landlords to check the immigration status of their tenants prior to accepting a new tenancy to ensure that the person has got leave to enter or remain in the UK. And there are a number of other changes which will affect more minor areas of immigration law.
How likely is it that the bill will go through?
Well, it's important to remember that at the moment it's only a bill, it hasn't yet been made law. That said, there seems to be a lack of political will for any significant amendments to be made to the existing proposed legislation, and certainly in the readings that have occurred so far, nothing major has been proposed by the opposition. That said, there is lobbying being done by migrants' rights groups and also, for example, the Immigration Law Practitioners Association and businesses and other interested parties. If the bill does become law, it's the government's intention that it will pass in the third session of the current Parliament and following receiving royal assent that it would begin to be implemented from summer 2014.
What are you most worried about?
There are sort of three areas of the bill that are causing us most concern. The first area relates to the NHS levy. Most migrants who come to the UK, a lot of them will be working and therefore paying tax. They're therefore paying twice for any treatment that they will be receiving on the NHS. In addition, if they have private health insurance provided by their employer, again, they'll be paying more than once for any treatment that they may receive while in the UK. With regard to the proposed changes for landlords, there's a concern that landlords may seek to only take on tenancies from British or EEA nationals or those with indefinite leave to remain. If they take on a tenancy from somebody who has limited leave to remain, there's a risk that if they don't maintain constant checks of their immigration status and they allow someone who does not have leave to remain to live in their property, they could face fines of up to £3,000. This could result in discrimination against people with limited leave to enter or remain in the UK and limited access to the privately rented housing market. Finally, the area of most concern is the proposed changes to the appeal system. The political rhetoric regarding this proposed change has mostly been in respect of making it easier to deport foreign criminals. However, the 2012-2013 statistics for appeals that were actually heard show that while around 1,600 of these related to deportations, around 27,000 related to applications for leave to enter or remain in the UK. Of these 27,000, between 49 and 50% were actually overturned when reviewed by an independent adjudicator at the Immigration Tribunal. Whether someone would be able to seek the same level of redress in the new administrative review process is of concern.
So why are they doing it?
The stated aim of this legislation is to make the immigration system more fair for British citizens and legitimate immigrants, to make the UK less attractive to those wanting to live here illegally, and to ensure that only those entitled to certain benefits are actually able to claim them. Unfortunately, the legislation as it's currently framed is much broader than that and will affect considerably more people looking to live and work legally in the UK.
And is there anything we can do to stop it?
The bill is progressing quite quickly through Parliament and it had its second reading on the 22nd of October this year. It's currently with a public bill committee and they are now hearing oral evidence in relation to the bill. However, they are accepting written evidence from interested parties up until the 19th of November, so there is still an opportunity for people to get involved if they have concerns regarding the bill.